Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and what I want to do with this video is actually give you guys my tips as to how to level up quickly here in Black Ops 3. Now, if you're a longtime fan, you'll remember that I made a video quite similar to this when the game first came out, but I've since reached Prestige Master here in Black Ops 3. I've gone through all the levels. I'm now Prestige Master, like level 80, something along those lines now, and I feel as though I have a lot of experience in the game at this point. I figure using that experience, I would like to make another video talking about my tips as to how to level up fast here in Black Ops 3, although I will say these tips are going to be very similar to the tips I gave out when the game first came out, because they were good tips to begin with. So let's get started. To level up quickly in Black Ops 3, I have found the best way to do it is through challenges. And I said before, and I'll say it again, I feel as though this was a design decision by Treyarch to make challenges a big part of the leveling experience, so people would actually try out more weapons, more perks, more attachments, more specialist score streaks, and stuff like that. Just like the Dark Matter camo challenges, these challenges to get yourself to level up faster are making players get out of their comfort zone a little bit, which I definitely think is a good thing. The best way to level up here in Black Ops 3, and make no mistake on this, there's no big secret, is to complete challenges. In older Call of Duty games, the best ways to level up were to play certain game modes, Search and Destroy or Headquarters. They would award a ridiculous amount of XP, even to a mediocre player. Like back in the day, Headquarters, which was kind of the precursor for Hardpoint, it was a lot like Hardpoint, except if you died while your team controlled the Headquarters, it would basically not respawn you until the enemy team took the Headquarters back from you. You would just passively get experience for every second that your team controlled the Headquarters. Now imagine if that were the case in Hardpoint. It'd be a ridiculous amount of XP, right? So those were really good ways to level up back in the day, but obviously those days are gone. Headquarters isn't even a game mode anymore, and Black Ops 3 is much different than Call of Duty 4. It takes a lot longer time to level up here in Black Ops 3, as game modes don't necessarily award you your bulk of XP anymore. I kind of thought that when I started playing the game initially, and that's part of the reason why it took me 15 hours to get through my first Prestige. It was kind of ridiculous, right? So once again, the best way to level up here in Black Ops 3 are challenges. During this past double XP weekend, I was completing a ton of challenges. For example, I was throwing down trophy systems a lot. I'm somebody that doesn't really use trophy systems a lot, but I was going to complete the challenges for trophy systems. Once I destroyed my 100 explosives with it, I moved on over to stun grenades. Suddenly I'm throwing stun grenades, throwing 2 stuns in every single class. I'm just throwing them constantly on Nuketown, which had to have been super annoying for the other team, but you know, they should be using tac mask, right? So I was doing that, and I was completing a bunch of stun challenges. I completed a bunch of trophy system challenges. I was also prestiging my weapons. That's definitely a big tip, guys. Prestige your weapons here in Black Ops 3. This past weekend was a bit unique in that we had double XP and double weapon XP, but prestige your weapons if you have the ability to, because I was somebody who never really did prestige my weapons. I thought it was kind of a waste, and to be fair, it kind of was, because the clan tag as well as the kill counter, they were so small, like you couldn't even tell they were actually on your weapon until they actually buffed them, essentially, where just essentially they patched them and made them better to actually show up better on your weapon. So I didn't prestige a lot of my weapons. The vast majority of them were sitting there at like non-prestige, if you want to call it that, max level. But once they actually fixed it, I started prestiging my weapons, and then you get a little bit of XP every time you level up your weapon, right? And that XP increases throughout the levels. So what I did this past weekend was I took like the VMP, which is a gun I love a lot. The gun is very fun to use. I'd already maxed out the Kudos, so I moved on over to the VMP, and I prestiged it. You know, I leveled it up again, got all the XP for leveling it up all the way up to, I think, level 16. I could be wrong on the number. I know it's different between the different weapon tiers, but I think it's level 16 for submachine guns. And then once I got done with all that, I got all the XP for that. I then prestiged it and got all the way back up again until the weapon was at max level. Then I moved on to the next weapon. I started working on the KN-44, and I was actually getting quite a bit of XP just from doing that, which is good. And my favorite part is, in Black Ops 3, attachments don't really make or break weapons. Like, I'm perfectly okay running around with a weapon with no attachments as compared to running around with a weapon with quick draw or grip. I mean, obviously, quick draw and grip are going to be great on the vast majority of weapons, but you can definitely do well without attachments. So there's really no downside, I suppose, to prestiging your weapons. You're just going to be without certain attachments for a little bit, and it's going to make it so you're a little bit less effective, but it's definitely worth it with the amount of XP you can get from prestiging your weapons. Another great tip, swap out your perks. Swap out everything, really. I mean, if you're like me, you have a very detailed set of perks that you like to run. If you guys caught my last video, which there's going to be a link to it down there in the video description, as well as a link to it at the end of this video, where I entered Prestige Master, and I showed you guys all my classes that I had at the time of me entering Prestige Master. I really did not change around my perks a lot. I had Flak Jacket, I had Fast Hands, I had Tac Mask. Like, these are my favorite perks, right? I use these on just about everything because they work well in the game modes that I like. ground war, domination, and kill confirmed. But swap out your perks if you want to complete challenges, right? Getting kills while sprinting with gung ho, or killing people while using dead silence and awareness. There's a bunch of these little perk combination challenges out there that you can complete, and it's actually going to be beneficial for you. Like for me, I completed all the flak jacket and attack mask challenges and the fast hand challenges and stuff. I completed all of that a long time ago, but I kept like sticking to my guns and continuing to use them when it would be a lot more beneficial if I would actually swap them out. And on certain classes, I would swap them out. Like for example, on shotguns, it's definitely beneficial to use gung ho. So I was using that, and I was realizing, wow, I'm getting a lot of XP for doing these gung ho challenges. Then I started swapping out and doing more challenges with different perks, and that can be a nice little boost to your experience as well. Now, specialist challenges are going to be up next. Definitely swap out your specialist very frequently. Now, I'm somebody that's been doing it a lot since the game came out, and I think a lot of people do as well. I understand some people have like a favorite specialist that they like to run more than the others, but I feel as though the vast majority of people are constantly swapping out their specialists, trying to do challenges. Of course, you get a bunch of XP as you level up your specialists and unlock all the armor for them. Then, of course, hero armor has its own set of challenges. But even not just that, like if you go to your actual challenges and you look at your specialist weapon challenges and your specialist ability challenges, you can get a ton of XP for doing that. So, for example, I'm done with these specialist weapon challenges. I've done all the weapon challenges on every single specialist. Now I'm working on these specialist ability challenges, and you get a bunch of experience for that. I think it's like 7,500 XP once you complete the weapon challenges on a particular specialist, which is good XP. And similar to the prestiging your weapons system, you get these little bits of XP as you go along. Like if you get 20 kills with that specialist weapon, oh, here's a little bit of XP. Oh, you got 40 kills, these are a bit more of XP. Then all the way up until you get to the max, which I think is like 150. I could be wrong on that. I think it's actually 100. It might be 100 kills with these specialist weapons, and you get 7,500 XP from that. And then if you complete all of them, like you complete all of these specialist weapons, you get a bonus 10,000 XP just cause. It's a great way to level up. It really is. And I definitely recommend doing it because all the specialists here in Black Ops 3 are actually pretty fun. They all feel unique, and if you ever get kind of bored of running around with a particular specialist, definitely swap it out because they're all very unique. They all kind of have their own pros and cons, and they're all fun to use in my opinion anyway. So definitely run those specialist challenges. Now, of course, score streaks can award you a bunch of XP, most notably from challenges, just like everything else. If you guys have been noticing a trend, challenges are a great way to level up here in Black Ops 3, but most notably, if you would like to get like a pure score boost, like something that's just going to make it so your score skyrockets, put you at the top of the leaderboards and matches and whatnot, definitely I recommend UAV, counter UAV, and hater. The assist points you get from those 3 score streaks are going to increase your score, therefore increase your experience. And I haven't really found a direct connection, I suppose, to score streaks and actual experience. Like you can get challenges done for score streaks, sure, but it definitely takes a lot longer. Whereas if you use just like UAV, counter UAV, and hater, you get such a pure score bonus the vast majority of the time that it might actually outweigh the challenges. I could be wrong on that. Somebody doesn't really swap out his score streaks too much. In the vast majority of my videos, you'll be seeing me use like UAV, Hellstorm, and Lightning Strike, something along those lines. For back in the day, it would be UAV, counter UAV, and hater. So you can get experience from score streaks. If you want a pure score boost, definitely UAV, counter UAV, and hater. The final tip I can give you guys here in this video, and they may seem obvious, but it's definitely worth noting, utilize double XP when it's available to you, right? We've actually had a number of double XP weekends here in Black Ops 3. It's definitely more than I think we got in Advanced Warfare, maybe even Call of Duty Ghosts. Like they're giving us a ton of double XP weekends. And if you do have a weekend event like that and you actually have time to play, you don't have work, you don't have school, you don't have prior engagements to go to, then definitely you grind it out, man. Play a bit. If you want to get to Prestige Master, if you want to get to the high ranks of Prestige Master, you should really utilize a time where they make it so you earn double for everything you do, right? Obviously. And of course, Nuketown, right? Nuketown is now a free map. Anybody can download it. If you guys aren't aware, you can download Nuketown for free from the store. Just go ahead and do that. And if Nuketown is available, it is the standard map rotation. So if you're like playing Domination or Kill Confirmed, or whatever it is your favorite game mode is, you do have the ability to have Nuketown just show up there in the rotation. But if there's ever an event where there's a Nuketown 24/7 playlist, highly recommend playing that, guys. I really do, because Nuketown is Nuketown. Everything is fast-paced. Everything is just pushed to the end. It's ridiculous there, right? It's so fast-paced, so much XP, so many kills, so usually a lot of deaths as well. It is chaos, right? And if you go there and you play a bunch of Nuketown, you're going to get a lot of XP. You're going to get more kills. You're going to get more score. It's the best place to level up, right? That's just the very nature of Nuketown. So if there's an event allowing you to play Nuketown, or if there's a Nuketown 24/7 playlist for whatever reason, go play that. Or if their double XP event is happening, of course, try to play the most you can while double XP is active. But aside from that, there's really the big tips I can give you guys as to how to level up quickly here in Black Ops 3. Again, these tips are coming from a Prestige Master here in Black Ops 3. I gave very similar tips when the game first came out, but really they were good tips. They stood true all of this time, all the way from November all the way up until now, because the best way to level up here in Black Ops 3 is in fact through challenges. It's not like the old Call of Duties where you can go play a certain game mode and get a lot of experience that way, you have to do your challenges to unlock a lot of XP quickly. That's just the very nature of Black Ops 3. A lot of people have complained that Black Ops 3 takes a long time to level up, and it does. But again, I feel as though the reason why it takes a long time to level up is because it was a design decision by Treyarch to encourage players to complete challenges to experience more of the game. There's a lot of players out there, and I'm sure you guys have seen them as well, because now that we can look at each other's combat records in lobbies, I've ran into people, and this is one that was actually particularly funny. This guy had 11,000 Bresci kills, 205 Bresci. He had 11,000 kills with that. His next most used weapon was like the Haymaker, which was at 1,000 kills. Like, this guy used nothing but one gun in particular. Chances are he used a bunch of the same perks, and that guy, despite all of his playtime, wasn't at a very high level because he wasn't completing challenges. The reason why they want us to complete these challenges is so we experience more of the game, similar to Dark Matter. Dark Matter is a great thing. I made a whole video talking about why Dark Matter changed the COD community and why it was a great thing for the COD community, because so many people are trying to unlock it that they're going out of their comfort style. Like, for me, I'm not somebody that uses snipers. I don't like sniping, but still, here I am trying to use sniper rifles to unlock challenges for them to do Dark Matter, right? It's a good thing for the COD community in general to get people out of their comfort zone and to get them trying new things, so we have a lot of variety when we're playing the multiplayer. And this challenge system that they have given us for leveling up is definitely along the same lines, in my opinion. I'm seeing a lot of parallels there. They're making it so we have to go ahead and complete these challenges and try out different aspects of the game that maybe would take us out of our comfort zone if we have the intention of leveling up quickly, which is definitely a very brilliant move on Treyarch. Or maybe it was just, maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it's even intend for that to happen. Maybe it's just kind of like a natural byproduct of the system that they put together. But regardless, it's a pretty good system in my opinion, and I'm a big fan of it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope you guys all found it helpful and informative. And if you did, please drop me a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.